invisibility. Second one is disconnection. We've already talked about disconnection. It's one of the chief features of trauma. There's a disconnection because it's too painful. And the whole name of the game of our evolutionary survival instinct, the whole name of the game is to go after pleasure and to avoid pain. That's it. That's it. That's it. The difference between ordinary beings and spiritual beings, truly spiritual beings, not the pseudo-spiritual California types. Ordinary beings are simply reacting to their impulse and their instinct. Spiritual beings are using consciousness to work a level above the instincts. In other words, not let the instincts dominate. So you can use consciousness when you're doing mindfulness meditation and you're dropping into your body and you're saying, that's unpleasant. The instinct is telling you, move away. And what you do with consciousness, the faculty of consciousness, the evolutionary advantage, the crowbar, the lever of consciousness allows you to prop up your evolutionary instinct momentarily, providing a gap where you suspend the knee-jerk response long enough for you to endure something that's painful so that you can grow the atrophied ability to tolerate it. If you can grow your ability to tolerate it, you have far more chance to stay present with it. Remember, it's only 90 seconds we're dealing with. The biology from a chemical point of view, an unpleasant emotion, if it's not reinforced, if it doesn't trigger further reinforcement, we're talking on order of 90 seconds to 2 to 3 minutes max. If you can train your tolerance, your threshold, you will no longer need to have an involuntary escape hatch or eject button that gets you out. And that's what this point is about disconnection. It's disconnection on so many different levels. Disconnection from the body. Why disconnection from the body? Why in the vignette that I gave you was she's the first mention of car, she started to dissociate. Face goes flat, eyes go opaque, coherence of language is jumbled. First mention of car. What's happening inside the body? Disconnection. Disconnection. Because what's happened over 80 years is there's been no ability to tolerate. There's been no container, and there's been no motivation, there's been no external ally to support the tolerance threshold. So it's just been eroded until all that remains is simply the word car is enough to trigger it. So there's the disconnection from the body. Why? Because the body is the field of sensations. We are first and foremost corporal. We live in this body, and this is where the sensations are. So disconnection from the body, disconnection from emotions. This is when you get very, very intelligent people that are living mostly neck up. Do you know who I'm talking about? You might have a partner who is like this. There's a preponderance of men who are this way, but that has also a sociological ramification where you're not supposed to be emotional because emotional is equated with weakness. So you get disproportionately evolved men who are like intelligent, but like Neanderthals emotionally. Maybe you're married to one, I don't know. So there's that disconnection. Then there's another disconnection, which is the disconnection between partners, the relational disconnection. But we'll talk about that in the third point. There may be other forms of disconnection that you can think about that would fit in this second point. I'm talking about a split, a divide. One part of you goes over there, another part of you goes over there. This is the part that stays in the light of awareness. This is acceptable over here. This is the part that's unacceptable, unwanted. Then to keep the to keep the Red Seas parted, you need like a heroic effort to keep them at bay.